Which one's my headphones?
Did we set it up yet? We didn't set it up.
Guess not. Whoa. Let's go. Okay. Yeah. All right. If I wanted to, I wake up, spend 100 like it was nothing. This bitch shit so sexy, but I still treat her like she nothing. Niggas, they gon' keep hating while I'm counting faces. Fuck 'em. One in the head, he clutching VVS's, they keep crushing. Cause I got racks and I got bad bitches on my dick. I come through wild and knew every niggas whenever we get up inside of this bitch. We gon' have it surrounded with a whole lot of niggas I came with.
Harsh.
Cartier bracelet, she gave me head with some Cartier bracelets. Oh, that's your nigga, he basic. Okay, now what if I
He's saying naughty words all over.
best in the motherfucking world. Her heart was the best in the five. That's your bitch, make her eat me alive. I got used to niggas hating, ain't no conversation. I get money with the guys. Niggas fake as a fuck, they gon' smile on your face, but they really still picking the side. I got too many bitches, I got too many vibes. Niggas know nothing but lies. She know I'm that nigga, she know I'm that guy. Gotta get fly. Shit wasn't really about nothing, the niggas survived. Now I get 100 a line. She call me paper, knocking them down.
I'm going to hear one side, but I don't care.
Picture?
You got it?
Where do I get one of those gay claws? I've never had one.
And then go into like the back. You see, like it's like the only room lit.
Does that fix it?
Mm-mm. It's still.
Oh, you took my house there.
I did?
You mad at that? Yeah, it's okay.
No, I would have worn those ones.
Yeah,
How about now?
Yeah,
it's cool.
Here, I'll wear those ones.
Let me see this.
You got here. Let me put these on. Those ones, I thought those ones were yours because they were on your We'll do it this way. Alright. Okay, just take yours off now. Fucking plug. Alright. There we go. Alright. Can you
turn us? Can you turn us down and put the?
Can you
Mike?
Whoa. Let's go.
I'm not even sure if like.
Okay, yeah. If I wanted to, I wake up, spend 100 like it was nothing. This bitch shit so sexy, but I still treat her like she nothing. Niggas, they gon' keep hating while I'm counting faces.
Mike, you got the cameras, right?
One in the head, he clutching
You got the cameras?
they keep crushing.
Is Jake good?
Switch
to Jake.
I come through wild and know every niggas whenever we get up inside of this
Switch
bitch.
to
We
me.
gon' have it surrounded with a whole lot of niggas I came with. Here, Cartier bracelet, she gave me head with some Cartier braces. Oh, that's your nigga, he basic. Okay, now what?
So no, yeah, cause that, yeah. See.
Her heart was the best in the five. That's your bitch, make her eat me alive.
So when I'll make it easier.
No conversation, I get money with the guys.
I'll make it easier. No. So they're black magic. So I'll make it easier. And just put them all.
She know I'm that guy. Gotta get fly. Shit wasn't really about nothing, the niggas survived. Now I get 100 a line. She call me paper, knocking them down, one at a time.
I say that, but you don't know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments if y'all can hear us.
Yeah. All right, just go live. Fuck it. All right, just make sure you guys turn your sound off on the phones, cause it's gonna turn your sound down on the phones.
Yep.
All right. Good. Ready? Welcome to the Play Myself Show. My name is Myles.
My name's Mo. What's going on?
And we got special guest, comedian
Yeah.
extraordinaire.
Man.
Yeah, not comedian, trying, aspiring.
Nah, you a comedian.
Yeah, you're a comedian, bro.
You're a comedian on our show.
Yeah, you're a comedian on our
Just because I
show.
make fun of you doesn't mean I'm a comedian.
Nah, you're a fucking funny motherfucker.
right. Jake.
Yeah.
I call him Jake the Snake. So I know Jake from, what is it, about 15? And I'm sorry I don't have like the wide
16
shot.
years, 16,
16 years, 17 years. And
Yeah.
I told Jake tonight, I said, look, bro, if I have to be just like giving it all out to bring you to the show, to bring you what we need to elevate. Let's do it, brother. And because he's always been like an outspoken dude, like, you know, a person that's always like been willing to write that 4-page email that nobody will read. That's this dude. And then to find out that he's taking the next journey to be a comedian, I'm like, bro, I got a podcast, play myself show, come aboard, because like we brothers like that. Because I know for 17 years we went to war together, so I figure I'll bring him into the fold. Let's go.
Yeah, it was fun. It's a good opportunity, and we'll see what happens.
Ha!
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's so funny because like Jake don't need that much light, but Mo and I, we do need a lot of light. And like, I got like crazy light on Jake. I'm like, Jake, once you get under the lights, and then like this shit don't even look crazy. And like, my best camera's on Jake, but he has like, he doesn't need any light with whatever the hell's going on. But
I've been working on this tan all summer.
Right, and he's a funny dude. Though.
There you go. I've been working on mine too. I'm trying to bronze myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll start the show off how we always started off. Mo, how was your week?
Yo. Listen, I got a PSA, public service announcement right now. Yo, I don't condone workplace violence or any, like, sexual harassment or anything like that, bro. Mm-hmm. But, like, yo, don't you feel like sometimes when you're doing, like, sexual harassment trainings and shit, like, people really, like, they do shit, like, the pettiest shit. Like, they really report, like, the pettiest bullshit.
No, Mo, I don't know what you're talking about. So, talk a little.
Yo, it's like, all right. So, it's like this, right? I know somebody who's going through some bullshit right now, where he showed a video that was inappropriate,
right?
But it wasn't inappropriate. It was you're just a bunch of fucking adults. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like the video was like a band a video or some shit. Like one of those band bullshit videos where and so I don't see why people report bullshit like that. Like are we not adults where we can walk up to somebody and say, hey, I didn't appreciate that video. Like, why do you have to go as far as reporting some bullshit like that?
Well, I have a take on that, but I know it's gonna bring it a total different way. But Jake, what do you have to say about that?
We just had sexual harassment training at my place and where I work. And
I think it's at your house.
No. No, it was all right. The instructor had great tits.
All right.
That wasn't even set up. They didn't even know that was coming.
Yeah.
Neither did she. But yep. No, it's sexual harassment training is a bummer. But I do hear what you're saying. People should be adults, but you can't expect everybody to understand where you're coming from when you're talking to them or when you're showing a video.
So I look at it like this. Just like with suicide training, right? We like in the military, we get suicide training every year. But all that, to me, all it does is like, it kind of enables the person like, damn, I can do this. Damn, it's like right there. You know what I mean? It's like, if I tell like a battle buddy how I felt, motherfuckers just wouldn't pick up the phone. Because they're like, yo, I don't want to be that cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's almost like when you bring awareness to some shit, it kind of makes it to where people are more it kind of builds self-esteem to it, I feel.
But you want to handle that shit at the lowest level. You know what I'm saying? So if you at the point where you feel uncomfortable around somebody and you got to work with them every day, why wouldn't you just go up and talk to them and say, hey, look, can I pull you aside? Listen, what you showed, I didn't appreciate it.
Well, a lot of people are already uncomfortable. And now I'm going to go and talk to that person that makes me uncomfortable? That's not. They're going to want their boss to go and say, hey, you can't talk like that. You want to take yourself out of it so you don't make it more awkward than it already is.
Well, for certain situations, yeah, but something like a video that you're showing, like, really?
But you can't unsee a video. It's like, you're going to tell somebody, hey, check this out. This is funny. And you're not expecting somebody to see a video of people falling off a plane, right? Or two dudes making a beast with one back. Like you don't see that. You don't expect that, so you can't unsee that stuff.
Wait, Jake, what was that? The two dudes making a beast with one bat shit you just said?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's when two people make a beast, it's
I didn't know. I didn't understand what the fuck what that was, bro. Like making beats.
Think about what's a beast. It's got what? It's gonna have 4 legs, 4 arms, and 1 back. Like think of what that looks like. Two dudes. That's what a beast.
Wait.
It's a visual.
Hold on, no. You said hold on. Time out. Play myself show.
Yeah.
You said think of what that looks like. 2 dudes.
Right.
And you said a beast.
A beast with one. Well, it's got 4 legs. It's got 4 arms. Right. And it's all one being. That's the whole.
And then
the whole visual.
But why? What does that have to do with 2 dudes?
It could be a guy and a girl. They call it making the beast with one back. You never heard that before?
No.
It must be a white expression.
No. This is a cultural thing.
Yo,
maybe it's a white expression.
She said she can't hear Jake.
Can't hear me.
Yeah.
Can we hit?
I guess you gotta turn my mic up or something.
Yeah. Let's see.
Bring it a little closer.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you fine. Oh yeah, you gotta probably bring it closer. All right.
Yeah, just let us know in the comments if you still can't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
All right.
Any better? How about that?
How about that?
There's a 20-second delay, remember, or something like that.
Oh, but they don't hear that. Like they hear
I know.
that after.
Yeah. Any better?
Yeah, I think it'd be better.
All right.
Cause that. Yeah.
So beast with one back. That's just an expression. It's an expression for banging.
Okay. Well, you said 2 guys.
Well, I'm just saying. It's
okay.
You don't expect to see that video, right?
No, I didn't expect that comment, but I get it.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Mo. Next.
Yo, so since we're on the topic of comedians and how you are an aspiring comedian, and I think you are a comedian, you're a comedian on our show. Who are your top 5 comedians right now?
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now, number 1 is Chappelle.
Okay.
I just think he's the most cerebral. He makes you think the most about a joke.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite, one of my all-time favorites is David Tell. He is extremely dirty, which I think is funny.
Yeah, that sounds clutch.
Who else? Chris Rock's always up there. I'd always watch a Chris Rock special. Anthony Jeselnik, I like a lot. And what's that? Is that 3 or 4?
4.
You could put any number of. Eric, not Eric. Big J Okerson.
Jay Okerson's good.
Big J Okerson, yeah.
What about what local guys besides you should we look out for?
Local, it's tough because I do an open mic in Saratoga.
Yeah.
And I was right before COVID hit. I was going to start doing the open mics down in Albany.
Mm-hmm.
You get more people that come up from the city, and we'll do time up there. But there at the open mics, you get their names, but you don't really pay much attention. But there's like 4 guys locally that do a really good job. Twan is the MC at Saratoga Comedy Works. He also fronts a band. Typical hippie, skinny jean, hipster doofus kind of guy, but pretty funny.
Doofus though?
Well, hipster guy. It's that genre of hipster guy.
But you take doofus like, hey, that a boy?
Oh God, what in the world? What's that? Soda. Did we lose it?
No, the thing came on again.
Oh man. Thing. So just take the. Nah, there's no beta. This is not a beta. Just yeah.
Just come through your mic, so you guys can still just.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So. Yeah. So as far as like the go ahead, Twan.
Is this just us?
Yeah, just us. Yeah, take the mic.
Yeah, Twan. Twan is beard, skinny jeans, beard, wears a lot of denim. That's. He's funny though. He's his dad's a cop, so he's very anti-establishment, but he's a funny guy.
All right.
Good jokes.
But is he like the only person we should look out for in this motherfucker?
No, there's like 2 or 3 others, but I couldn't remember their names. You
All
can
right.
pay me.
Okay. All right. So
It's been a year since we went. That's the.
All right. So let me cut through the boring shit. So not to say that like stand-up comedian game is boring, but I'm like, all right. So questions I wanted to ask that I know that our audience is dying to hear. What would you take as a non-negotiable with a significant other before, like whether it's before establishing a relationship or during the relationship or wherever you are in the game, like to some shit where you like, yo, like if you don't got this set figured out, like I'm not willing to help you. And like I had somebody, one of my brothers at work, he said like, yo, if a girl's hygiene is not there, he couldn't deal with it ever.
Right.
He
well,
said
that's
like,
something you kind of. For me, I figured that out from the get go.
yeah, okay.
And if a girl's sliding into where her hygiene is going downhill, I think that I would try and correct that, and then leave if it wasn't.
Well, that's not a non-negotiable then.
When it gets to a certain point, I think it's the ability to.
I'm talking about like this. So like, if a girl told me she didn't know how to drive, I'd be like, how old are you? You don't know how to drive?
I'd be fine with that.
You be fine with that?
Yeah, if a girl didn't know how to drive and she's 40 years old.
You're an enabler.
No, I'm just fine with it. If she doesn't know how to drive and she's been able to manage her life without being able to drive and she's 35 years old, I think that's probably a pretty good accomplishment.
So you want somebody, so you wouldn't mind somebody totally dependent on you.
No, well, that's not what you said. You said she doesn't know how to drive. If she was asking me for a ride everywhere and I had to take her, that would be different. But
what do you mean? Like that comes with that?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. If she's that's the negotiation that she has with me. How much time am I gonna have to put into it? And there's a certain part of me I like having somebody that is a little bit that I can help, that I can guard or be a guardian to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's on you.
I like that. I don't.
So like, if a girl didn't know how to, like, if somebody didn't know how to, if a girl didn't know how to cook a meal, I'm on that. Anything. I'm like, damn.
I would probably have a problem with that.
See,
I would have a problem with that. But if she doesn't know how to cook a meal and she's 35, then that probably means that she's got enough money to buy all the food that she needs. So she's got money. So money is a very attractive quality when you are older.
Okay.
All right.
I respect that.
That's all.
Mo?
I don't like when a girl don't trust you.
As a non-negotiable?
Yeah, it's a non-negotiable, bro. Like I can't negotiate with somebody who don't like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody and she don't trust me, bro, I can't do it. Because trust is the foundation, of any relationship in my book. So I can't deal with somebody who don't trust me to the point where, like, I can't go out, I can't talk to people. If I talk to friends, I can't talk to them. I can't deal with something like that because it really bothers me because I feel like I'm not being me. You know what I'm saying? So I that's my non-negotiable is that, you got to trust me,
Yeah, I hear you on that shit, but I feel like that trust is like the beginning. Like, you're like, I feel like if anybody I let into my house, I trust them to a certain degree.
But it's the foundation. So, like, anytime that if you start off not trusting me, and now I have to alter the way that I am because of some past shit that you went through, then no, like, that's not a good relationship.
Oh, like, don't compare me to your past.
Yeah, something like that too. You know what I mean? Like, if you had a relationship with somebody and they treated you like just straight dog shit, and they pretty much didn't let you do anything. They didn't let you couldn't even sneeze without them fucking saying like, who are you looking like? No, like, I want to be trusted, bro. Right. So, like, that's just how I feel about it.
I get that. And well, my man Ed said, yo, has to cook or be willing to learn.
Well, Ed, you know how to cook?
Nah, he's definitely a chef.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he definitely take anybody up on any of that.
No, listen, I'm not challenging him. I'm just asking if he know how to cook.
Nah, yeah, this dude sends meals and recipes daily.
There you go, Ed.
So just wanted to come
I
on.
see you.
Brooks says Jake's still coming through low.
Oh, I'll keep trying. I don't.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, I'll mess with it. I think I gotta put it right in front of my mouth.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what she said.
But that takes a lot of gain, I think. And if worst case, we bring it through the USB. Yeah, we can bring it through the USB. But
headphone's not working no more, right?
Oh, Jake guy says conversation coming across lovely. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Ed definitely got that. Hey, when you start the cooking show, like Ed is definitely a dude.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, he was my mentor down in 258, and he definitely went to Florida and he's starting his own cooking like circuit down there, and I'm really excited to see what he has to do with that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so does that shit not negotiable with trust? I think trust is some funny shit. Like I feel like trust, like from the gate, like she not coming in if she don't trust.
Yeah.
But just like everybody, I feel like certain things you could fail. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. But some.
Hold on, with Jake. Talk heavy, Jake.
I think that women go into situations guarded, and as you get older, you go into relationships guarded more so than you did before, because of the relationships you've had. So there's always a part of you that you don't give up, and that part opens up as you get farther and farther into the relationship. So I don't know. I think trust is one that builds. It doesn't. You don't get it from the start. It builds, and you lose it. And once you lose it, you don't get it back. So it's just the way it is.
So Andrew says like she needs to have a job of some sort, and like I don't totally agree with that because I feel like that's how he could think, but I get it, but I don't see it like maybe like he just don't want her in the way. But like I want to hear what the females have to say about that shit, because like if I feel like anything I say or any of us say could just go crazy right now. So
definitely leave some comments.
Yeah. So females, tell me what y'all have to say about that. Like, what are your non-negotiables, ladies? And like, tell me what you think. Like if if you thought something that a man did or didn't do that you would just like say, okay, this is not the person for me because he is not up to my standard of living, right? Because that was the original question.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll wait for the females.
Well, Melissa said she can't be with a deadbeat dad, and if you have children and you decide to not do for them, that's not negotiable.
Yeah,
that's true.
I see that, but I also see like, yeah, okay, respectable. Yeah, I can't see myself being a deadbeat dad.
But there are people that are.
I think that's a big misconception. Like I feel like I don't know any deadbeat dads, and if I did, I wouldn't fuck with them. Me as a man, so I feel like that's like a super old narrative. Melissa, talking to you but not beating on you with this shit, but I feel like that's the narrative. But I don't know dudes that don't take care of their kids today. And if I did, because I have a choice of who my friends are, I wouldn't fuck with them. And you shouldn't fuck with them.
Yeah, but but just because you don't fuck with them doesn't mean that they don't exist. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they're still out there. And that's what she's saying, is that that's a non-negotiable.
But they don't exist to me, so I don't know them.
Yeah, they may not exist to you.
I don't even know deadbeat dads that, like, if you could tell me, you name 3 deadbeat dads that you know, you might as well call them out by name, because I don't know them.
That's fine. I'm sure that
you know 3 deadbeat dads?
I think Melissa says that because it's popular to say, but if she was dating a guy and he was a deadbeat dad, I think she wouldn't like him spending his money on that other girl's kids rather than her kids.
I'm gonna talk heavy on that because I heard a funny joke today. that is gonna make the people mad. but it was funny, and I'll give it to my man Corey Holcomb for this because he inspired me today. He said, "If your girl's not mad, and then a deadbeat dad, there's some street dick involved." So meaning that he said, like, yo, if your woman or man is not complaining to you, that's the problem. It's somebody else is fucking solving that shit. That's the whole fact. He said, like, if you think that your shit is just going peachy and you able to do what you got to do all day, it's no complaints. Oh, like, cause you know, like your significant other will complain about the nuttiest shit. The milk is like, get another milk. Do this, do that, and you're like, yo, this shit is good. Like, you didn't turn the light off. Keep the temperature at fucking 67. If they're not constantly finding shit, it's some street dick involved. Like, believe that. That's a fact. Start with fact for today. What you need?
Trying to get him to look at my phone. He can't hear.
Oh,
he still can't. I don't know if his mic is on.
Can't hear me?
I don't know if his mic is even
That's
on,
crazy.
bro. Yeah.
Is it?
oh, that might not be the right. That might not be the right mic. Yeah. Hold on. I'll fix this right now, brother. Plug this into the USB.
Yeah. Jackie got us. Scott just said that that there's still some deadbeat dads out there, and I agree. You know, just because you don't know them, don't mean that they're not out there. They're still out there, and that's all she was saying was that they're out there.
They out there, but you don't. Do you know them?
It don't matter.
Grab me one too, Jake.
It don't matter if
grab me one.
It don't matter if I know them or not. You know that doesn't matter. It's that they still exist. Just because you don't know them or I don't fuck with them does not mean that they don't exist. You know, so
Take that out. Take that camera.
that's why.
Nah, dude, they don't like. Yeah,
they do exist. They may not exist to you.
That shit is fake, bro.
It's not fake. It's real.
No, it's real to the fact that. Is it on? Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah, you should hear Jake better now, guys.
Everybody got me?
Yeah. Go to Jake. So like it's real to the fact that that was some shit that went on. And like I said, like I always deal with like I always see like the traumas of like the old school dudes, like dudes from the 60s and shit like that. Maybe whatever the fuck his case may be. But again, if you know 3 deadbeat dads, Scott, Jackie got us, whoever, Melissa, Ed, whoever, call them out on the chat. Just 3, and you should get a first and last name and talk heavy on it.
What's that gonna do though?
Yeah, completely screw up your life.
What's that gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. like why would you even call them out like that? Like,
bruh, nobody.
They're still out there.
Nobody knows a deadbeat dad under the age of fucking 50. That's a fact. I stand on that.
You can stand on that all you want. You can get knocked. You can get knocked the fuck down too.
That was now that his kids are over 18. He's in their lives. But
bro, that's a bold fucking statement.
That is a bold statement.
That's a bold statement.
And I'm listening. Hold on, listen.
Say that there's not a deadbeat dad.
I'm telling you, you do like because of what the men in the past. Don't judge the men of today by what the men in the past have done. If I knew 3 deadbeat dads or 2.
Who cares?
Melissa
knows the people.
So call their ass out.
No, it doesn't mean that they have to call them out. It don't mean they got. Why would they have to call them out? What is that guy do?
Andrew had a good question. What's the definition of a deadbeat dad? A motherfucker that don't take care of his kids, Andrew. And I'm telling you this. If you know, I just think that it's the narrative that's been painted on men, and it's so sad that we're still sticking to that bullshit. But if you know a man under the age of 50 that don't take care of his fucking kids, you should call his ass out right now and not be afraid to. Because if you do it, I'm gonna do something about it. As a man, I'm gonna go talk to that man. Talk heavy. Anybody else? Anybody else talk?
You ain't talking to nobody.
That's a fact. I'll
You
talk
ain't
to
talking
that
to
man.
nobody. You ain't sitting there talking. Yo, I'm gonna talk to
Put
somebody.
a name.
You ain't doing shit. You ain't doing nothing.
Put a name in the chat.
Yeah, all right. Put a name in the chat.
I'll email you and talk to that man about that shit.
Melissa, good point, bro. Yo, there are some deadbeat moms too.
That's a whole fact.
Yo, I said dead meat. I really said dead meat.
But you see how you took.
There's some dead meat
that we don't
women
got
too.
the whole. We don't got the whole fucking camera shit, the whole scene setup thing. But whatever. But we taking it off men like that. Deadbeat dad shit is fake.
It's not fake. Bro.
It's not fake to. It might not be fake to dudes our age and shit like that. But to kids now, that shit don't exist.
Are you a kid now?
Bro,
and how the fuck do you know?
Cause I know men. Yo, bro, look, I'm at the position right now in my life where I talk to men of all in all walkthroughs of life. So, like, if a dude got a kid and like he could be at the brink of whatever, I'm like, yo, bro, how's Sean doing? How you talk to a dude like that? But you might have to. So, all right, so just say fucking guys are shit then, Mo.
It's not that guys are shit. There's just some guys out there that ain't shit, and there's some women out there that ain't shit too. If you know, you can't say that there's not deadbeat dads out there.
Again. If you know, and then we'll move on. If you know any deadbeat dads, you don't have to put it in the chat. Even though I would like you to. Email.
I ain't doing shit anyway.
playmyselfshow@gmail.com, and I will personally go see that man.
You ain't seeing shit.
Thank you. We'll move on. That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Please move on.
That's all I got to say. Because I think that, Aunt B. Hold on. Aunt B, before. Aunt B gonna talk heavy. That shit, that deadbeat dad shit is fake. They put that shit on, y'all put that shit on dudes for too long, ladies. No. We're not doing that. Go ahead.
I don't believe that. I'm just going to disclaimer. That's not.
There are deadbeat parents everywhere, bro.
All right, whatever.
That was a very general statement, and it's not good to make general statements.
Jake, you white. You definitely don't know no deadbeat.
I know tons of deadbeat dads.
That's white?
Yeah. Mostly black, though. Yeah. Mostly.
Jay said my deadbeat dad arrived at my brother's high on cocaine, and he was a cab driver in the face.
Damn. James, you different.
Yo, Melissa, you ask all the questions you want, Mal.
Yeah, ask all your questions. Talk heavy.
Yeah. Yo, that's mad funny, James.
Yeah. I mean, damn. I just thought it was a black thing, I guess.
No, it's not.
It's not?
No. Nope.
Shit.
It's not.
I was trying to defend. Hold on. I was trying to defend black men, and Jake just made it like a fucking.
Yo, so Jake, how, Chief, he's so wrong.
Kelly, what are you talking about?
You're so wrong, bro.
Kelly, name them by name. No, she's talking about whenever I talk race shit, that's when she's getting on that shit.
No, she's not talking about that you're wrong.
She's not saying that I'm wrong or as far like Kelly, do you know any deadbeat dads? Like, text me. Bro, I don't know them motherfuckers.
Listen, moving on.
Also, we're getting hung up in this.
Yeah,
this
moving on. Here. Moving on.
This is a tactic.
So,
move out of it.
So, Jake, how did you know that you wanted to become a comedian? Like a comedian? When did you like?
Okay. So let's get back to something serious. Comedy. I've just always liked comedy. I've always liked comedy since I probably heard Eddie Murphy. I just remember Eddie Murphy doing the Mr. T thing on the bus going to school when I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
And that was the best. Listening to that on my Walkman.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how long ago it was. And it was hysterical. It made me laugh really hard. So I liked it since then, and I always kind of wanted to do it, but was never in a situation where I was going to be able to go up on stage or do the open mic thing or the stand up. thing. And there was a point in my life a couple years ago where I was single again, newly single, and I had Wednesday nights or Thursday nights off, and I didn't work Fridays. So I saw this open mic, and I was like, let me go to it and see what it's like.
So you had to have like butterflies.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you first started.
Well,
you know?
it's not even when you first start. It's whenever you're trying something new. It's every time you go, you get more comfortable with it. It's just like anything you do. You get more comfortable with any situation you're in that you do repeatedly that makes you uncomfortable. That could be public speaking. It could be telling somebody they got to do something that you don't want them to do. It could be firing somebody, or it's doing stand up in front of people that you have no idea who they are, and if they're going to find what you say funny. So it's difficult. But like I said, my first time up, I spent hours writing 3 pages worth of material. Thought it was good. Thought it was hysterical. Said it over and over in my mind. Got up on stage. Forgot half of it. And got maybe one laugh, one chuckle. And then I blanked. And I forgot the rest of the set. So I said, thank you very much. And I got off the stage and I knocked out. That was my first like 4 minutes of 5 minutes that they give you.
Jay, you are. Well, one thing about you, man, you are a writing motherfucker, man. Because this motherfucker so we worked together for so long, and he used to just write these long ass emails. I'm like, yeah, bro, nobody reads those long ass emails. But he was just like, yo, let's get that shit off my chest. But then like, you're a reader too, because like my wife would tell me stories like she's like, oh, we read a whole book from Buffalo to New York and like just took turns reading. I was like, who does that shit? Like, I don't fucking want to fucking read no book. I'll be stuttering and shit.
Yeah.
But they read like fucking a whole book and shit. And like, dude, Jake is like that dude. So I always knew that you had that comic shit in you, because you would find the funniest satire out of fucking regular bullshit, and you would just make it make sense to where we would just do it and like comedically. Or
yeah, well, the Army's about embracing the suck, so you just gotta embrace it. If you can't find the funny, then you talked earlier about what is it that what did you say, the deal breakers? Like, what's a deal breaker with somebody? If I'm with somebody and they say there's nothing funny about X, or whatever, there's funny about everything. So you can find humor in anything if you just choose to look at it that way.
for sure.
So that's probably, if somebody says that to me, they're probably not somebody that I'm going to want around me for very long.
Yeah, I feel you. So like, that's one thing I want to talk about is like, you're like in that space, like when you join in a new space, like in the, embracing the unknown, like being a comic from being a soldier, there are many toxic crowds, I think.
Yep.
Probably, right? And like you see the because like you're not a person that like, okay, like most of those kids are probably just like kids like living, like the sets they pay like $5, $10 a set maybe, and you're looking at it like, okay, like I'm just gonna have a beer with that $5, but like a lot of those kids are living off that. So like, do you see like, what do you see that's different? If that makes sense.
Well, I think the kids that are trying it now, that they really see it as their career. I don't see it as a career. I see it as a like an outlet, like a hobby. But it's something that I felt like I needed to do as a hobby. I enjoy it. But the kids that are there, when I say kids, these are people 18, 19, 20, trying to get into comedy, and they think they can get in it by doing stand-up in Saratoga, which they can. It gives them the experience, but they just got to get off the hump and move to New York City and do it. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
But they do. I have found myself at times, if somebody's been funny, and I see that most of the kids there, you have to have, it's a 1-drink minimum, so you have to buy a drink for the stand-up.
Suckers.
So if you're there, you have to buy a drink, right? Most of these kids get a water because it's like $2. I end up having like 6 beers, and that was another problem my first time up. I drank like probably a 12-pack sitting there, and then got up on stage, and so I was probably a little drunk when I did it, but I've gotten much better. Yeah, so I'll buy them their drinks. I'll say, hey, go ahead, have a beer, and I'll get it for them. just because I think it's, I don't know. I money doesn't really bother me that much anymore. I'll just go print more. But
Yeah.
Now, some of the things, like when we watch like YouTube and we watch like HBO or some specials or whatever, we always see people when they're famous and they just don't bomb because people go to look at them. What are the more difficult situations the most difficult situation that you've ever been in doing stand up?
Well, I haven't, like I said, I've only been doing it for about 2 years, and one of those years was COVID. So it made it very easy to do stand up when there's nobody there, but because it wasn't even open. But I don't know. It's doing stand up. So the problem with that place, the problem with any open mic place, is that 90% of your audience is the comedians themselves, just trying to get up on stage and get experience. So they're all there thinking that they're the funniest thing in the world. Anybody that doesn't think they're the funniest when they go there and to be a comedian, they're probably not going to be successful, because you have to kind of be funny to do that and think that you are and have that belief in yourself. But at the end of the night, it's 12 o'clock, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, there's 5 people left in the place, and it's the last 5 to go on stage, and you now have to tell them jokes and get no feedback. You get no laughter, you get no chuckles, you get nothing. And that's probably the hardest. You might as well do it in front of your mirror at home, but you'll probably get more laughs at home than you would in a place full of 5 comedians.
Yeah,
so that's really the hardest that I've ever done. But I've never been in a room that totally bombed,
Nah?
No, not really. Not even my first time. I say the first time I got one laugh, I did, but that one laugh was enough. Getting that one laugh tells you that you did something right, and you gotta try something else. You gotta try harder at something else. So it did teach me what wasn't funny, so I knew where to go the next time, and I got better.
Now, do you ever run out of material?
Yeah, I have no material right now. I'm trying really hard to come up with stuff.
Seriously?
And it's brutal.
Well, motherfucker, tell us a joke.
Oh,
Yeah, tell us a joke, please. So you're on the spot.
Don't put him on the spot like
do you know
this is
Norm
getting
Macdonald?
boring,
So I'm
bro.
gonna
Like,
tell you.
fucking-
I'm gonna tell you a story that again. This
please,
is the.
bro, 'cause
So Norm Macdonald just died, and I'm gonna give him credit. So Norm Macdonald is one of my favorite comedians as well because he tells jokes that he finds funny and he sees the funny in it. And
he a funny motherfucker.
yeah, and so I'm sure a lot of people have seen this if they watched anything on Norm Macdonald recently. But he was telling a story about how his driver picked him up from the airport and took him to the Conan O'Brien show, and his driver told him a joke. So he was, I'm gonna tell that now because that's where I get most of my material is from drivers. But
really?
Yeah, Uber drivers, they like to be funny and they tell you stuff and
That's
and
a
you
fact.
You just repeat it.
I drove Uber for 2 years in Schenectady, and half of the people I picked up were stand-up comedians, and they would just try to work out shit with me. Remember I told you I was like, "Yo, all you gotta get is 5 minutes." So they would take like 10-minute rides and just try to like tell me shit as like an exercise, and it'd be like, okay, that shit was whack, but they would get out and I would never see them again. But like that was like a confidence builder.
Yeah.
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah, that's true.
So I get it.
So this moth goes to podiatrist,
Okay.
and he's at the podiatrist, and
Jake's joke. Go.
he's telling the doctor, he's like, Doc, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm a beat moth. I got nothing left. Every day I go to work, I get up and my boss, Gregory Ilanovich, is my boss, and his only joy is knowing that he can rule my life with a paycheck, and it makes it terrible. And then I go home, and my family is just a wreck, and they're just my daughter. She's hideously ugly.
Ooh.
She complains to me
God.
all the time about how nobody likes her, and I can't tell her that she's ugly because she's my daughter, and I love her, but God, she's awful to look at.
Shit.
And then I go to bed and I'm next to this. I don't even know what it is. I used to love it, but now it's just brings me nothing but pain and agony and torture.
Still talking about his daughter, or he's talking about his
No,
wife?
I'm assuming that's the Moss wife. It's
that's
not my
his
joke.
joke.
I'm just repeating it. The Uber driver is the one that. And his doctor says that's awful. And the Moss says that's not even half of it. My son, Alexander Velosevich, I don't even like him. He's just a piece of crap. He just wants my money and my doesn't want anybody's time, doesn't care about me, and I don't know what to do. And at night I lay there in bed and I just pray for the strength to reach over to that gun that's sitting next to my nightstand and put it to my head and end it all. And the podiatrist says, you don't need me. You need a psychiatrist. Why'd you come to me? And the Moss said the light was on.
Oh,
Hilarious, Jake! Hilarious. Oh man, that was kind of funny because you have to know the comedian to see him in that. But so Eddie wants to know, what do you think about Michael Richards Kramer's set?
If you have ever seen Chappelle's take on it, that's exactly. He had a bad night. He had a bad night. He was trying something out and it didn't work, and he lost his mind.
I get that.
Yeah, he thought, oh, I'll try it again tomorrow, and he won't. He won't ever be back. He will never be back. So poor guy is just.
Yeah, he just fucked up.
Yeah, he definitely did. Yep.
Yeah, but there's a lot of comedians that I've seen that like I said, like one of my favorite comedians is Corey Holcomb.
Yep.
Right? And he says some crazy shit, like that he probably shouldn't say. Like he talks about like he's like if your girl lives with you, you shouldn't have to whatever. But you have to listen to
because your mom's watching this, right?
Yeah,
right. I got it.
So yeah, but when you're a comedian, I feel like you have to, or just anyone that's trying to be like in that creative space, you have to be able to go dangerous.
Absolutely. I think, well, that's kind of the point with Norm Mcdonald and guys like the Man in the Moon. I forget his name. He was on Taxi. I can't remember his name. He played Latka on Taxi. But anyway, he was acted like a wrestler. I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter.
Nobody.
But yeah, your audience is never going to understand anyway.
No one is.
But
they want more.
you have to give. They're artists. Comedy is an art. It's definitely an art. Yeah. Andy Kaufman. Thank you from the white guy in the back. Andy Kaufman.
Nah, dude, that dude has a fucking iPhone in the back, and he's looking at that shit. You know,
don't take it. You're taking away the credit. That's not right.
I'm not trying to take credit from the white man.
The point is, you have to. The society, the cancel culture, is ruining comedy. It's ruining social discussion, and that's the problem. Is that really you need to be able to talk about problems in the open, and you need to be able to hear people. When you silence people, you don't hear their stupidity. You don't hear their lunacy, and you don't hear how crazy their ideas are, or they are, if you silence people for the first time that they say something out of whack. You have to let people talk.
I want to say something because Jackie got us, and I'm assuming this is Scotty. He said something about his top 5, and he said Eddie, Dave, Rickles,
Bill Burr, bro.
Bill
That's
Burr.
my dude.
Right? And I know Bill Burr is yours.
Don Rickles.
Don Rickles
is up there.
Maybe that looks like
that's
4,
it.
Scotty. 4 is not 5. But if you don't have Big Dick in there, Richard, I mean, you bugging. Richard Pryor.
You know what you said
is the
right
funniest fucking person ever. Number fucking 1.
It depends
the
on
GOAT.
without Gene Wilder. Without Gene Wilder,
What?
Richard Pryor would be nothing.
You talking about fucking like this Richard Pryor live type bullshit? I'm talking about straight up.
No, Richard Pryor was definitely a top 5.
He's the fucking GOAT.
I think
can't even talk about this shit. Like, it's no.
You're
Hart.
talking about the difference between Jordan and LeBron.
Yeah.
That's what you're
What?
Yeah, you are.
Richard Pryor is.
You are.
Richard Pryor is Michael Jordan, right?
No, he's Bill Russell. Like,
No.
I don't. Hold on. Sorry.
Wait,
I don't think that Jordan is the GOAT.
Stop. Hey, wait. Let's not compare this to basketball, please, because
Bro,
I'm a basketball
Bill
fan.
Russell.
Please don't. Please, let's not go down this road. Let's.
Oh,
I don't know if this
say he's
surprised
great.
your audience,
Just
but
say he's
I am
great
not
and
a
move on,
basketball fan.
please, because we don't want to go down basketball.
bro. Scott said he too young for Richard, and Brooke said Michael Blackson. Brooke, sorry, I'm gonna put Brooke on timeout on this shit. Can you do it?
Michael Blackson. Who's
Michael,
that?
yeah, Michael Blackson.
Who's
Yo,
that?
Richard
Jackson?
Pryor. Scott,
Michael
please
Blackson.
go look back at Richard Pryor shit. So I'm gonna tell you a Richard Pryor story that people might not know. So Richard Pryor, and like I love like between him and Miles Davis, like those are like my goats, right? And ironically, I was named after Miles Davis, but
Completely different genres, though.
yeah, but it's just in their own shit.
What the fuck is
So-
going on?
No, Richard.
Miles
So
Davis?
so Richard, yo, Miles Davis, dude, like. So
no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Give me that. Give me that, please. So, Richard Pryor, his first, I want to say 5 years of comedy, he just said Bill Cosby shit. And I'm surprised nobody didn't say Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby's in my top 5. I don't give a fuck. Y'all don't want to say Bill Cosby because y'all subscribe to cancel culture, but that motherfucker funny.
That's not
But listen.
even it. Like,
In
yo, it's not
between the
even
raping.
it.
But in between, whatever.
In between the raping, he's
Whatever.
hysterical.
So,
Yeah, I'll give you that.
so
I'll give you that.
Richard Pryor, right, was fucking going on the road before the internet, before all this shit. He was just using Bill Cosby's set the whole time.
That happens now all the time still.
Right. And I seen that shit in the Marvelous Marvel, whatever her shit was. But Bill Cosby was going, like, Richard Pryor was going on the road doing Bill Cosby shit, but he was using fuck and shit and all that, but he was making it funnier. Right? And Bill Cosby's never been about that. So one day he
Because
saw...
he was raping.
Yeah, because he was raping.
Yo, Bernie Mac was.
So it's,
But Bernie Mac was mad funny. But then he checked him on it, and Richard Pryor was like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like, I make that shit more funny.
yes.
And that's who he was. But then he started to realize that you can write comedy. Dude, that motherfucker is
Yo.
the funniest dude
Yo, you know,
ever gonna
you
meet.
know what though, bro? Like
Not
the
even-
only thing that I can say about
Darnell Rollins. Yeah.
the only thing I can say is like with comedy, it's different. And the reason why it's different is because it really depends on who speaks to you. There's no who's funnier. You know, who's funnier to the person.
Well, who's
really.
funny to you?
Bro, Bill Burr fucking speaks to me, but that's my
Yeah.
favorite. That's my favorite.
He's dope.
Dude. But at the same time, bro, like it really depends on who speaks to you. Because if you say something that you know everybody thinks he's funny, but if it doesn't relate to you, bro, like they're not gonna think it's really that funny.
I got you, but when
You know?
when
So-
you're saying top 5,
Top 5 for you, yeah. But I mean, like, it really depends on who speaks to you, realistically.
yo, Mo, this is funny because then Scott said fuck Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor voice. I feel you on that shit, but that motherfucker, you gotta give him his top 5. I was like,
Pro.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's just like saying like, yo, he's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if he raped. That motherfucker's funny. Like R. Kelly is top 5 fucking songstresses, strong songwriters
Please.
and singers of R&B.
You say songstresses?
So whatever the fuck he is,
You say
right?
strong
But no,
songstresses?
he was a dirty
Right, no.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that shit is
dirty
still
dick.
pop. Yeah,
Listen,
you gotta get flowers.
urine is sterile, so it doesn't. It's, yeah, I don't see any problem with that.
Yo, Mo, hold on.
Listen, you haven't ever experimented? You never said, hey, you know, let's get in the shower?
No.
Wait,
Never? Not once?
No, please talk
Really?
to me on that.
Okay.
when's the last time you drank urine?
I've never drank urine.
I was just
That's-
asking. I took a shot.
No.
You took a shot?
Not on purpose.
You
I
took
mean,
a shot?
Oh, of urine? No. Motherfucker. Yeah, this shit make me funny. Like, yo, everybody give in the live chat after you like the fucking podcast that's going on right now. Who are your top give me 3 comedians, because I see people like all over the place with comedians, and I'm like, yo, if you don't like, it's weird to me.
First
like,
of all,
people,
the problem with the top 5 is that you're trying. You've heard, say, 100 comedians.
yeah,
There's people out there that have heard 10 comedians, and they're trying to give you a top 5. You're going to hear somebody. I don't know who this Blackson guy is. I'm sure he's funny, but
Mike Blackson is funny as fuck.
He's
right.
funny.
But I've never heard of him, so I'm sure he's funny. He might be in my top 5, and I
No, he
just
won't.
I'll dismiss
No, he
it.
won't.
But
Bro,
just-
my favorite comedian
won't
right
be in the-
now.
he won't be in the top
comedy
5.
is an art, so it's just
Yeah.
like artists. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta.
Right, go ahead, Justin.
There's
Talk heavy on
thousands
that.
of artists.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the chance of you seeing all of them and appreciating them and knowing and that they could speak to you. I like the band Morphine. I've met 3 people in my life that have heard the band Morphine. I love them. I think I listen to them every night when I go to bed.
Jake, I'm gonna call cap on that. Play myself show. You love the band Morphine. You
Yep.
never been to a concert?
No, the guy's dead.
Oh shit! All right. I'm about to say because you go to a concert, you meet.
Take a guess how he died.
How?
Drug overdose.
Okay, I get
His
it.
name was band Morphine. Like, seriously? Like,
Shit, damn, you got me.
ridiculous.
Yo, Brooke
But-
said. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, say your
No,
piece.
no, I was just saying. Brooke said. Fluffy, Bill Burr, Pete Davidson.
Yeah, Fluffy's not funny.
No.
I don't think so.
There's nothing funny. That's like saying who's the guy with the puppets?
Oh,
You'll laugh. He's got some good
Michael, is it
one-liners.
Dunham?
Dunham.
Yeah.
There's
That
some
motherfucker's
one-liners.
funny.
There's some, not
No.
funny. He's not funny. He's not
James-
top 5.
James
You'll laugh.
said,
I'm not saying you won't laugh. But
James said. Dave Chappelle.
yeah.
Menisco Skalko. I don't know who.
Girl.
Oh.
James think girls are not.
Girls
funny.
aren't funny.
No, I'm not. No, it's not that they're not funny.
No,
you
they're
just
not
think
funny.
that-
Cat Williams and Bill Burr.
They're not funny.
Scotty said Dave Chappelle, Eddie.
Yo,
Damn, these are coming in quick.
Put Scott on timeout because he
Nikki
said Kevin
Glazer.
Hart.
Nikki Glazer is the closest to being funny for a female.
Yeah,
but,
I don't think
but
that.
that's just because she makes fun of herself enough. I think.
It'd be hard to name 3 female comedians that's hot.
No, you can name. I can definitely name 3 female hot
That's
comedians.
not. I mean, that's hot, like good looking, but like funny.
No, I could.
Funnier than anybody you see on this list.
No,
Exactly.
no, because they're fun. They're females. They're not funny.
I get it.
I would challenge you to go to an open mic and listen to the women trying it out and laughing. You're not going to. You're gonna give them the courtesy laugh.
Miss Pat is funny, but she's not like.
But why do you think that though? I'm sorry. Why do you think that females just aren't funny, in your opinion? Because
It's a callback to your shit because you said yeah.
No, because I mean it's interesting to hear your take on it.
It's emotional comedy.
Okay.
It's not logical comedy. It's not taking. It's emotional, so she has to connect to the audience in a way that's emotional, and then get them to laugh about it. Whereas other comedians, men, they generally will do situational comedy or cerebral comedy that is logical and everybody.
I think you got something right there. Yes.
It's just that's what it is. It's the same thing with an argument. You have an argument with and yes, go ahead. I'm going to get beat here, but is there exceptions to every rule? Absolutely, there's exceptions, but the general rule is there because it's a general rule. Women are emotional creatures and men are more logical. You can easily beat a man in a logical argument. You can't beat him in an emotional argument.
This is crazy because I didn't even talk to Jake. He probably hasn't watched many of our shows, but I definitely believe that.
Okay.
Like women are way practical. They can be more practical, maybe. But when it comes to like a joke, it's different because like the POV. But not to say that that like a woman can't make a joke. It's just not gonna slap to a larger audience.
Right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Well, it's funny too because I never thought about it from that perspective like that. I think women can be funny comedians, but as far as like my top 5 or even my top 15,
or your top 50, motherfucker.
Listen, y'all want to be here for a long time?
No, but you're not gonna have a female in that shit.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
is Tina Fey a comedian though?
No, you never heard. Yo,
Is she a comedian?
She's a comic writer.
I mean, it's a good question.
She's a writer.
She's a comic writer. There's a
Okay.
difference. I think there's a difference between a comedian stand-up performing their stuff and a writer that can write stuff.
Right.
Because you can write. There's songwriters that are great songwriters that you've never heard of, but you've heard every one of their songs because they're great. But you get them up there to sing and forget about it.
That's a
you
fact.
don't want to listen to it. So Tina Fey, you put her in the Oscars with Amy Poehler, sure, because Amy Poehler's funny to look at and she delivers well, but she's not funny. They're not funny.
Yeah, she's not good. He said, "Well, I wouldn't say. Hold on, stop. Jake said they're not funny. That's like me saying like blacks aren't funny or whites aren't funny. It's like that. No, I don't like those comments are for Jake alone. I feel like a female can be funny and girls are funny, but when it comes to reaching the masses, as far as like controlling a room, I don't think that. Yeah, I think that what you said originally has a lot of substance to it.
Said by a bunch of guys in a room in a basement. Well, there's no women here, so
That's a fact.
Right.
And I wish there was a woman.
I do
and look,
too.
if you know of any female comedians,
Yeah.
she can sit on the other side of Jake and we can just battle this shit out.
Yeah,
on a live
at least they're
stream.
better to
But
look
just
at
Make sure
than-
you
than you
live.
guys.
Make sure you like and subscribe and all that shit before that because we need that. But if anybody knows any female comedians and they want to just go joke for joke with Jake,
nope.
or me, or Mo. Well, no, Mo's not gonna do it. But
Why you say that?
did you not gonna go for joke for joke? Well, let's go joke for joke right now.
Why would I have to?
You see what I'm saying?
See, now you're intimidating him. You're scaring the young lad.
I'm not
Give
gonna,
him a break.
I'm not gonna go joke for joke with you.
I'm saying
I'm more of a writer though. I'm more of a writer.
Like Tina Fey?
I'd rather write. Yeah. Listen, I do want to get on that stage at some point and try the stand up thing. I definitely do. I think my confidence has to get there, and that's really what it is. And I mean, I feel like I have to write more, and I'm actually getting more into writing, But Jake, I do have a question for you before we're out of here. So, do you base most of your comedy off of real life experience, or do you base it off of just jokes that you write, or both?
So I think most of my stuff will come. It's a mix of real life and what I would find funny. You ever notice that when you do something and afterward you're thinking about it, you're like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if this? That's where I get most of my stuff. So I'll do something in real life, and then as I'm driving home or as I'm, doing something, most of the stuff, no doubt, is morning in the shower. It's where I get most of my best thinking done. I've learned to write it down.
I know you said that.
I've learned to write it down after I get out of the shower. Like immediately write it down. Yeah, or just immediately write it down as a thought. And then I did a whole thing. Before Biden was president, I was in the shower and I had this whole big thing and I started writing it all out. And I ended up throwing it out, but I thought it was hysterical. But it was just an idea, and I can't remember any of it now. But I just know I had a great.
So that was my thing
10
for
minutes.
you, Jake. I was like, yo, hold up. I'm gonna address Scott's bullshit after because if he wants to go joke for joke, we can do it on my channel or your channel, big bro. Whatever you want to do, we can do it. But
Wanda Sykes
first
is not
off,
funny.
and what Wanda Sykes is
Wanda Sykes is not funny. Not funny at all.
No, she's not funny. I never
Probably a
seen
good
that.
writer, but she's not a good.
And then James said Queen Latifah. Can you put him on timeout? He said Queen Latifah as a stand-up comedian. I never seen that shit. But listen, my thing to you is like, yo, why wouldn't you start a YouTube channel and just see what slaps?
Because I don't have that kind of time. I don't want to commit that kind of time. I'm doing this for my own personal hobby / enjoyment. When I make it a job, which is a YouTube channel would be a job, then it doesn't become fun anymore. Anything you do for a job that you used to find fun and exciting no longer becomes fun and exciting when it's a job. I wanted to be a scuba diver, dive master / underwater. I loved scuba diving when I was 22 years old. Loved it. And that was the career I was going to go into. I was going to go to commercial diving school. I was going to do all this stuff. And I was diving with a dive master. And he'd been doing it for 10 years. And we get up out of a dive and he's just exhausted and bummed out. And he's got a great tan. But I'm like, what's the bummer? He goes, He goes, I hate this job. And I go, this is awesome. He goes, you love it because it's a hobby. You love it because you come down here and you do it 5 times in a row. I do it 30 times a month. Damn. And I hate it. I'm sick of seeing the same stuff. I'm sick of the dehydration. I'm sick of eating the fruit and all this other stuff. Like anything that you enjoy that you do now for a job, you won't enjoy anymore. And that's what I believe. So I do it because it's fun.
Well, damn.
Sorry to be so heavy, but
that's heavy. But that's what we do in the Play Myself show, and everybody else, on this, and because Scott is confusing me right now. He's saying he has wreck, but hey, bro, whenever you want to come on the show, or I'll come on your show, or we could just do this shit live remotely. I'll smoke you in comedy, bro.
Ooh. Yeah, Kelly. Amy Schumer's not funny.
I don't know, bro.
And hold on.
I don't know.
Amy Schumer's not funny.
No, Amy Schumer's not funny. Nikki Glaser is way funnier than Amy Schumer.
Nikki Glaser, I'm going to go with Miss Pat. But I would say, like, what you said earlier about, like, favorite comedians versus famous comedians. My favorite comedian right now is Kevin Bozeman. Most people don't know about him. Right? He was, like, he came on the Play Myself show. Or episode 4, and he teaches a class at I think it's like I forget what university he teaches at, but he talked to me about writing the joke and like what it's about, and he's my favorite comedian. Like he's the reason, one of the biggest reasons why I started this podcast, because to know that there were people doing a triple run, to know there's people like this. A whole group of people out there, and comics are the realest people you ever meet. You know what I mean? If you ever meet a comic, sit down and talk to them, and it's just like the dopest thing because they have so much stuff going on. And when you said shower thoughts, it really resonated with me because that's something I brought up in an earlier episode. But that would be so easy for a YouTube channel. Like a YouTube channel doesn't have to be.
Nobody wants to see me in a shower. That's not going to happen.
Some people
set up those cameras in the shower.
I mean, it's not even the camera.
Oh, here's my thought.
There's some people on Pornhub that beg the difference.
You get that's like $3,600.
Like, oh, Jake is in the shower.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Brooks said you need to try it, Mo. You need to get up there. Jake, and take Mo to Saratoga one day, man.
Show he should. I'd love it. It's Friday nights now. Friday nights at 10 o'clock. Sign up is at 7 p.m. The whole key is to get there at 7 so you can sign up, because if you don't sign up at 7 and get in line to sign up, then you get a very late time slot. And you don't want a late time slot because a late time slot means there's nobody there.
Justin, you already know. Justin, you welcome on the show whenever you want. I'm trying to line you up with my homie, big homie Cedric Ball, and trying to get maybe probably Marshall Plumlee just to see like how like the whole NBA dream versus staying outside of like going to Europe and all that stuff. I'm trying to just see how it all plays in. But I got you, big brother. Right now, man, that's all we have. So please don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. If you have any questions, ask him now. We definitely gonna close out. My man Selly Paper Plane.
Yes, Mo is funnier than Myles.
And Mo is funnier than Myles. I didn't say. Listen, Mo is funnier than me. If we talking about like wit, is different. You know what I mean? It's like a fadeaway. I got that.
You literally just said, "Let's go joke for joke."
Joke for joke. So you're funnier than me, as far as like, just like your speech and like how you talk and what we talk about. Yeah, you're fucking way funnier than me. But if it was like target attack shit,
like a roast,
I'll catch you. I could catch the roast. I could do this. We could do dozens. If that's what we want to do, we can do it. And like, don't try to put us against each other. Fuck Scott. But what I'm trying to say, dead body, whatever. Scott, hey, we simulcast on both our channels. We can just go do that. But as far as this goes, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes,
tell us what you think about Jake. Tell us what you think he needs to add if he's not funny enough.
Jake, where can we find you, Jake?
Jake don't know if
I don't have anything, Jake. You can find me at the Comedy Works in Saratoga on Friday nights, maybe. I might be there.
There you go. He said maybe.
10
He might
o'clock,
catch you,
open
he might
mic.
not.
Doesn't cost you anything but a drink.
Hey,
And it's worth it. Here, you can stay as late as you want. Here, 20 comedians or 10 comedians trying to try their stuff out. And I'm going to tell you, I haven't been there in a year. I went there last week and the weekend before. There's a lot of guys that aren't funny. A lot of people that aren't funny, but you're going to have a couple of gems in there that you're going to laugh at. So give it a shot. And I'll try and get some new material. My one good joke is kind of played out, so I'm going to change it up.
You gonna hit us with it, or that
No,
was
you
like
don't want
the
to hear
round of the
it.
nothing?
You don't want to hear
Okay.
it. It's not for this crowd.
What do you mean?
It's
You
not
think,
for this
hold
crowd.
on, you think we got more of an urban audience?
no,
I didn't say that at all. I said
You couldn't tell the joke that you were going to tell because your mom's in there.
yeah, your mom's in here. I don't want you finding out stuff about your mom.
That's look.
I don't want you
Corey
finding
Holcomb
stuff
was
out about
talking
your mom. that-
taking pussy. Mama, yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, God.
I
That
didn't
was
say. He said,
awful.
"Yo, you live." You said you gotta take some pussy.
goodness.
I said, "Nah, Corey, that's not."
I say
good, but it was
coochie.
funny. It was funny.
Coochie.
It's funny to me. He said, "You say coochie."
Vulva.
Listen,
Coochie.
we're not going to put the man on the spot. What we
No,
can
I can.
do.
Well, it's
Jake
not.
said
It's just not
coochie.
funny.
Yeah, just say it. It's funny.
It's 5 minutes. It's a 5 minute set.
They
I'm
can
not
take a
gonna,
dick, but they can't take a joke.
I can't.
boom, right in the mouth.
Oh, my God.
Was that it?
No,
Okay, go.
is that it? I'm not telling it, so don't worry about it.
What? Just say it.
No,
No,
it's
all
too
right.
long.
It's all right.
That's what she said.
Hey.
That's.
All right. To play us out, Jake, you have anything to say to play us out?
I don't.
Fuck it.
Hey, remember spay and neuter your animals?
Jake has no social media, so
I have no social media. I have a Facebook account. If you want to look me up on Facebook, I'm trying to. Yeah, don't look me up on Facebook. I won't even
Jake.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
All right, Sally Paper playing to play us out. Listen, like, and subscribe. I'll fix the description probably tomorrow morning early when I wake up. But love you guys. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We out.
That was fun. Thanks.
All right.
Nice. That was fun.
Yeah, I had fun. That was a good show. That was a good show.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was definitely